Are Bitcoin and Litecoin still bullish? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday. We're going to take a look at the charts, starting out with Litecoin, moving on to Bitcoin, taking a look at some key areas to watch and where I think we might be headed. And at the end of the video, stick around because we're going to check out the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart and why I believe we're going to hit 46,000 by the end of the year. Also, I want to remind you guys we have a 100% free Discord group with a great community. People from all over the world with different skill levels helping each other out. Definitely check it out, guys. Don't pay for the paid groups. All they're doing is selling you information you can get for free. So don't get sucked into that stuff, guys. Join our community. Just help each other out in there. It's awesome. Also, if you guys want to help the channel out, go down in the description box below the video, and there's some affiliate links in there. Check them out. You know, if you need something off of there or you want to start an account in one of them, really helps the channel out. So, also, well, that's about it. Let's get into the charts, guys. Alright guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anyone that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, this is still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And I want to apologize for getting this video out late today. I've been messing with this microphone, and as you guys, most of you know, I have a new setup computer thanks to the Discord group. But I can't get the audio adjusted right, so I'm just going to try to get this video out there. I've been messing with it all morning. I can't get it right, so I will try again later. But let's get into the video and see what's going on. Looking at Litecoin on the daily. I have moved this target. If you guys remember, we were watching 167 forever. I've moved this target to 180. I really started looking into this cup and handle here and decided that the neckline should be at the $100 range right here. And the measured move off that from where we broke out is 180 range. And I'll show you in the 4 hour here in a minute why else that target's significant. But first off, that's my first target. And then for those of you that have been watching, you know I've been watching this as a rising broadening wedge. This bottom line being from when we hit bottom over here, long-term trend line here, and this top line resistance from the top of the rising wedge. And if we were to break out above that and get to that 180, I believe we're going to break through this. My target after that, guys, believe it or not, is around the $263 range. But we'll have to see what happens there. First off, I want to go into the daily RSI, and as you can see, we're still within this rising channel. It almost looks like a bull flag forming here. Go into the 4 hour, and looking at the 4 hour, we've had this falling channel we've been watching forever, with a falling wedge in here we broke out of, and came into a falling channel, broke out of that into another, out of that into another, and it could be what we are in right now. I can't quite decide what to do with these lines yet, guys, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Going to the 4 hour. And as always, we're going to take a look at the bearish scenario first. We have to be prepared for whatever could happen. So, if we're looking at the bearish scenario here, looking at this as a rising broadening wedge also, within that bigger yellow one that I showed you in the beginning. I also have these trend lines drawn in here. Now, this is, like I said, I'm going to show you the bearish scenario first. I don't believe that's what's happening, but I'm going to show it to you first. Actually, it looks like we're breaking out of this bull flag now. So, if we were to break down past both these trend lines right here, this one being around the 127 range now, and then this one being around the 122. My next target would be the bottom of this rising broadening wedge, which is 100. If that was to break, it would be down to 62, worst case scenario, 61. But like I said, I'm going to zip through that because I do not believe in the bearish scenario right now. I do believe we break out of this, we are heading up to this. If we do a full measured bull flag or flag pull of this area, that also gets us up to the 180. And we are breaking out right now. So yeah, that's my target for there. There's also, we could do this, guys. Do a shorter one from this flagpole here and to where we're breaking out, and that would get us around the 169 to 170 range, and I'll put another target in there just so we can keep an eye on it. Also going to put one more target, guys, and that's going to be, that one's going to be right here at this top of this rising broadening wedge. That, move this over a little bit. I'm going to also put a target here, guys. I know it seems like a lot of targets, but they're all areas that I'm watching right now. But like I said, I'm pretty bullish here still. But that's that 155 range that we've been watching. But if we do break that, then obviously we're going up to one of these two levels here. We may get some, there you go, right almost at that 167 again. But yeah, this 155 area, which would be the top of this rising wedge, that's where I believe we're headed now. We could, get up there, create another bull flag, and continue higher. Look at the RSI, yeah, and see in the RSI we have room to come up. We came back up and tested this. That's going to be that 155 range, in my opinion. So yeah, we may have, after that happens, we may come back down to one of these trend lines here to get another bounce. I'm up a little bit. But yeah, guys, I like I said, I believe we're in a parabolic bull run here. And a lot of people just don't want to admit it or look at it yet, and you still have a lot of bears out there that are still calling for this huge correction. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to get a correction, but it's not going to be this big one everybody's talking about. And I know everybody's talking about the halving, and every time the halving happens, this is what happens, blah, blah, blah. Different market, guys. Until you guys realize that, be lost. Well, let's look at the Bitcoin daily chart. Obviously, we're breaking out here too. Looking at this as a cup and a handle, we did a measured move off that, which got us up to the 84 range. Obviously, we're moving on past that. The next thing I was looking at is this rising broadening wedge, which we broke out of, and the measured move of that is 96.22. We've had these targets here forever, guys, and I believe we're still headed there. Ever since we broke out of this, worst case scenario, we come back down and test this ascending broadening wedge, the top line for support, but I don't believe that's happening, guys. I do want to look at the daily RSI, and as you can see, we had this falling channel drawn out of here, which took us out of this rising channel, and we broke out yesterday. We've been watching this in Discord for days. We caught it breaking out. So let's go into the 4-hour, and obviously you can see what's going on here. We'll probably at some point, I believe this is going to go up, quite a bit higher here. But we will have a correction, but you may see it in the RSI and not in the price, because that's how the RSI resets. It's called hidden bullish divergence. We talk about that quite a bit in the group also. Let's see what's going on here. So yesterday we were watching this. I'll look at the bearish scenario first, just so we can look at it. I don't believe it is going to happen, but right here, if we were to break out of this channel and come back down here, I would be looking to test the top of this rising broadening wedge that we've broken out of over here. That gets us that 9600 target. But anyways, I would look for support around the 7350 to 400. If that was to break, worst case scenario, in my opinion, guys, is this 6600, and that would be a measured move off of this wedge that we broke out of here coming down that people were watching. But I don't believe that was, an actual breakout of a wedge. I think we're in a rising channel there, but that would get us down to that 6600. Like I said, I'm just taking a look at the bearish, the bearish scenario, because we have to keep it in mind. But yesterday I had this rising channel drawn in here, and we've broken out of that. And 9,000 to 9,100 is my target for that, guys. And I do have the other targets up here. This is the 9600 target that we've had up here forever. But I do see us possibly getting higher than that. Right up here, I have another target at the top of this rising wedge, about the $9,900 range. And if we were to break up past that, guys, and I'm not saying we're going to shoot straight up. Obviously, it could happen over a couple days. But if we were to break up past that, my next target's 11,800. And yes, I've moved these up because our rising wedge is moved. Also, there's a bull flag here. If we use that, this measured move could get us up to the 12,300, 12,400 range. So my targets now, if we break out of the top of this rising wedge, my targets are 11,800 to 12,300. And depending on, what the data gives us, we'll figure it out as it goes. But as of right now, unless we break down past this trend line, we could get a correction here at some point and come back down to test this around, the 8,400 range or whatever. But I'm still bullish here, guys. I don't see any reason why we don't continue up to at least this 9,600 and past. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Let's go into the Bitcoin daily chart. This is a Bitcoin daily chart on Bitstamp, and I had drawn these trend lines from each peak to where it broke down to 6,000. You guys that have been watching know this. But each one of these trend lines, we'll zoom in a minute, became resistance and then acted as support once we broke through them. And this is the long-term trend line on the bottom. And we had two touches, and I called bottom down here in December. If you guys, that's when I first started posting videos. But anyways, let's look at the gold daily. Now take a good look at this. Now we're going to take a look at the gold weekly chart and do a comparison. Keep an eye on this yellow line too. This is my end of the year target between 46 to 47,000. Obviously it could go much higher. I believe I might be being conservative here, but that's my target, 46, 47,000 the end of the year. I'm going to switch over to the gold chart and you can see why. Look at the resemblance in the chart, guys. A pattern is a pattern. And right in here, the gold ETF was approved for gold. And you can see what happened after that. So for those that say that the ETF won't do anything for Bitcoin, whatever. It's the same people that were calling hyperwave, $1,000 Bitcoin. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, as you can see how how gold bottomed out right here. Two touches on the bottom trend line, boom, up. Now look at Bitcoin. Zoom into that also so you can see it. Same thing, two touches on the bottom, boom, we're going up. And we are right around that area, guys. That's why I expect some kind of big news happening, because we're right in the same area where the ETF got approved. Now, will it be the ETF? Maybe. Good possibility, but it could be something else. It could be some mass adoption, Facebook, Amazon, whatever. Who knows? But something's going to happen here. And that's going to be the catalyst of a even bigger bull run than what we've already had. Quite a bit bigger. As you can see, we zoom in here a little bit, the similarities of what's going on here. It's amazing. Like, we're right in here now, guys. According to that chart, we're right in that area, just ready to take off. We're somewhere probably right in here, I would say. And again, this is not exact, guys, but it's given a hell of an idea. And yeah, you be the judge for yourself, but I think we are going up quite a bit more. It's going to be a great year. I'm going to show you guys the RSI now. And those of you that have been watching, you know that we've been watching this RSI here since I think I started looking at it at the beginning of January when I put this together. But we had, you look over here, this is 2013 bull market followed by the bear run. Through a trend line here, there were two touches of resistance before breaking through and starting a bull run. This is a 2017 bull run followed by the 18 bear market. I drew the same trend line, two touches of resistance, broke through. We are in a bull run, guys. Bull market. Going to the monthly RSI, and a lot of people like this one. They call it different things, but This is the 2013 bull market followed by the bear market. These 4 arrows represent a new low in the RSI, and then boom, bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. 4 arrows represent 4 lows in the RSI. Boom, we're in a bull market. The only difference is, guys, I say this every time, is this is going to be a much quicker move up than this was over here. Market's changing, a lot of stuff happening, guys. So yeah, like I always say, it's going to be an awesome year, great year to be in crypto. Guys, enjoyed the video, please click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. And if you tick the notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And I'm sorry about the audio on the video, but I wanted to get something out there. I will continue to work on that. Have a great day.